laptop. And the cool thing, I'm at work, so now I can multitask wise. So while I'm working, I use my boss's internet. And now, once again, which I promote more wise, now my podcast, the Live Podcast, right? Been doing it for about 6 years. Go to YouTube, Spotify, Coach Shoot a Podcast. You can rewind time. You can hear these sessions. Eventually, this session will be on there. Eventually. I can't tell you when, but it'll say, like, whatever today's date is, season 6 type of situation. And there it is. Once again, like, tell people, like, we go on Twitch, you'll see me, right? But you hear physical beings. For sure, physical beings, you can't see their face, type of situation, but you hear someone speaking, or I play clips. I'm not speaking, so I do that purposely wise, because once again, I like to get people's mindsets, test them out in a positive manner, like, to get my attention, tell me about your healing journey, deadass, like, your mental health. That's what I care about. Yes, Queen, in Seattle, I'm in Seattle, I tell Queens, yeah, you're beautiful cosmetically, I see what everyone sees, but here's the kicker, I date your mind. What? I date your mind. That's what I date. So yes, you're beautiful cosmetically wise, but here's the kicker, if we can't have conversations, my conversation to the fullest, then what are we doing here? What am I doing here? It's not going to work out. How do you know we haven't tried? Because I see future in a positive manner. So I'm going to do the scenario. I didn't do shit to you. I worked on myself. Based on my neck tattoo, if your exes, your past pain, your toxic trauma, child trauma triggers you, and it takes your energy, and when you come home, you're sad, bitter, hateful, right? I know 1,000% I didn't do shit to you. I'm going to give you a scenario. So what do you do to me? Crucify me, push me away, build your walls, you need space. So why do I get crucified? Because somebody else took your energy, because somebody else hurt you. Make that make sense? If you want to, we can try it, but my number's 3. I'll give you 3 chances. After the 3rd time I get crucified, babe, I love you, but I love myself more. What? Because if I don't got me, who got me? You don't got me. You push me away. So here's the kicker. You don't know what love is yet. I used to be like you. Same shit. So here's the kicker. I forewarned you it wasn't going to work out. So this is hard rejection. I can handle rejection. Can you? I forewarned you day one. I'm gonna just walk away. I love myself more every which way, because if you don't got me, who got me? The universe? Yes. God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual ancestors. By your side, emotional and spiritual, 24/7, 365. Yes. Now physical beings, who the fuck got you? Your partner that fucking mistreats you, they fucking don't got you. Until they calm down. Sorry, babe. Yes, you're mad, you're bitter, hateful, triggered. So that's a forewarning. Didn't keep doing to you, so why do you am by your side? Do you pray about manifest that one day magic, your higher source will wake them up and they love you like you love them? Cool, bet, do what I did. When will that one day you're praying on, when will it be? I'm gonna tell you this time, I have 39, I'm gonna tell you 3, 7, 12, and people when people see is that numerology? You can say that. That's for spiritual universe. No, it's my numbers. I'll give you 3 chances. We have a conversation, but to forewarn you, I don't give a shit about words. They're irrelevant. No word in the universe has feelings. So if you care about words, this conversation probably will trigger you. And if it triggers you, I'm forewarning you, we shouldn't be doing this. So if it traumatizes you, if you start hating me, I did my job as my gift. I forewarned you should not have this conversation. Because I can tell by the way you are, it triggers you easy-wise. But if you want to do this, let's do this. And then take energy, you dig us to shit. My neck tattoo, reactive abuse, you go away from the conversation. And you hurt somebody with your words because I triggered you. Because these words triggered you. So yeah. Respectfully, I say all that. Jesus never rejects me. Oh no, once again, higher source doesn't reject nobody. Jesus, God, Buddha, whatever your higher source is. Once again, keep it simple. Your belief's not the issue. It's the physical beings in the church, more in the mental and more narcissistic. That's the issue. Respectfully. See, black and white. Once again, I keep it simple. Your belief's not being mean to me. You're being mean to me. Why? Because the devil? Blame the devil you want. He didn't put a gun to you. He planted a seed. Sure. But your choice, free will, to do whatever you want. Which is called what? A premeditated choice. Where you're not changing this tattoo. You are choosing. Where you're not changing, you're choosing. Respectfully, Physical beings do got you. Church, fellowship. For sure, once again, potentially wise, they can, once again. But if they start pushing away straight away, then what? And that's why it's called rejection. I preach the fuck out of it. People talk about it. Rejection. Yeah, I emphasize the fuck out of it. You as one being can handle rejection. To forewarn you, you don't have to comprehend. Once again, just plant a seed of fear in you, right? Anybody can walk away whenever they want to. You can give them the whole fucking universe, be a fucking porn star, give them $1 billion fucking dollars. That is not true. If they cheat on you, that was their choice free will. If they break up with you, that is their choice free will. No one's got to stay. What? Nobody has to stay. When they leave, are you ready for that? Can you handle rejection? What? No one's told you that? They haven't warned you about that? Leaving in God's hands? Yo, God's not leaving you. That physical being is. So, and when Johnny Chang says it, which is very factual, that's a downfall of codependency. When you put a being before God, higher source, universe, that's your flaw, not knowing. That's why it hurts every which way. God doesn't ever leave nobody at all. He's unconditional love to the fullest. We beings are transactional love. And until you start your healing journey, more waking woke journey, now you become unconditional love. You know people will come away. They'll come and go. But the cool thing is, as long as you do your part best as possible, you did your part. You gave unconditional love. It's not transactional. Babe, if you do this for me, fuck all that bullshit. Yeah, all the blue pillars, some red pillars in the beginning of the healing journey, transactional love. If you buy me this, I'll kiss you. All this corny bullshit, yeah, it's called transaction love. Fuck that bullshit. That's toxic love. I don't miss that shit. I want to ever deal with that shit. You know, respectfully. You know, respectfully. What's your name, bro? Oh, my full name? Margarito Ayala. But I just go by Rito. It's a lot shorter, you know. And I got that from my sister. Man, I haven't seen her for a minute out here, actually. Don't quote me on her name now. She goes by Mrs. Pickles on TikTok. But I want to say it's, damn. Now you got me thinking. Nice to meet you, bro. Oh, so likewise. Once again, it's a live podcast. I do this for universe, for you guys to pay it forward. And once again, I know this can be triggering every which way, but to keep it simple, I live black and white, speak black and white, think black and white. Your belief is not the issue. Just to warn you, you don't have to comprehend that. What? I'm born as a Catholic. Just because I scenario did a girl that she's Catholic does not guarantee us to have a healthy monogamous relationship, because she can be traumatized. You know, if family triggers her type of situation, and then from there they take her energy and become sour at home, bitter at home, more at home because someone else took her energy. You know, respectfully when I said that. Do you believe in Jesus? Oh yeah, for sure. I believe in God, Jesus, universe, every which way. That's why he's a spiritual leader. You know, part of God, quote unquote, as to say, you know, he was just a physical being telling a story. That's all he was doing. He was paying it forward. He talked to everybody out there. He didn't care what you did as a being. He just wants you to ride with God, you know, which is part of him, which he is of, right? He wants you to work on yourself, the healing journey, your mental health. But remember, that's for you as one being. That's to love God, Jesus, and then Buddha. Buddha kept it simple. Mind, body. If outside sources take your energy, why do you allow it? What? Why? If they're not, you know, that's what I tell people all the time. Like, I don't respect you. No one, all my 8 kids can take my energy a little bit, my triggers a little bit, because they don't know this conversation at all. Other physical beings, like my adult kids, whatever the fuck, you know, young adults, you can't take my energy. I love to bully bullies. I match energy, 1,000%. I might even tatted on me, like, to warn you, yo, like, I match energy to the fullest. So if you play dumb, I'll play dumber. If you play stupid, I'll play stupider. And I forewarn you, if you can't handle words, please don't open your mouth. I will traumatize the shit out of you. I promise you I will. I guarantee you I will. And then we go separate ways. In your mind, I adore pain. I'm eating my popcorn. I'm watching Collide of Beauty. Smile your face, living the rent free. Why do you allow I to take your energy? Especially behind the screen. Make that shit make sense. Behind the screen, if I take your energy, I'm a beast. Do not worry about nobodies. Worry about somebody's. Who are somebody's? Physical beings that you know that take your energy. Your parents, your siblings, your exes, your boss, the bullies. Those are called somebody's. Worry about them. Don't worry about I. You know? Were you bullied as a kid? Do you have traumas? Oh yeah, for sure. We all get bullied as fucking kids. Your parents bully you. Your siblings, your toxic family. In school you get bullied because everyone's traumatized as fuck. Everyone's got traumas. Everyone got triggers. All of us do. There is no Jesus in the universe at all. There's no God, Jesus, universe. No, they were pure which way. They're telling stories. We physical beings living this, human experience. We got destroyed, but I call it the fuck out. Nobody that bullies anybody is a good person. Your belief's not your issue. You are the issue. I'll call you the fuck out every single time. I do it to my kids and people in general. Like, yo, don't say God, don't say universe. You're bullying people. Don't blame the devil, because that is your choice for will. So if you keep doing that, you have a lot of healing to do. Start your healing journey. If you need help, sub a tattoo. I'm always your pocket 24/7, 365. Here's the best part. It's a live podcast. You don't believe me? Spotify, YouTube, Coach You the podcast. I talk about the same shit from almost 60 to my last dying brother. That's all I talk about. That's all I care about. You and your mental health. I don't care about worldly bullshit. Your house can't talk to me. Your car can't talk to me. Your money can't talk to me. Your job can't talk to me. Your body, sure, lustfully, Your mind talks to me because your mind tells your mouth to move and have a conversation with me. Your mind tells your fingertips to message me, to comment. Oh my gosh, life's so hard, boohoo fucking me, respectfully. I used to be you, you know? I'm sorry you went through that. It sucks. But you can bring all that to Jesus and He will give you rest. Oh, okay, thank you. I did that 6 years ago. What I talk about, I'm blessed. All my tattoos are my scars healed. 95% of the universe, my number, all my tattoos are your cuts and wounds. Either your red pillars doing your healing journey, your mental health, or your blue pillars, your entertainers. All my tattoos will traumatize the shit out of you. You don't want to about your feelings, your traumas. You cannot become vulnerable. But then you claim you want love, relationships, family, kids. Then you are the problem. Hurt people, heal people. End of story. So once again, I work to myself. I'm blessed. I tell stories to pay it forward. See, I don't want the whole universe to be in this healing journey forever, to go through counseling and therapy forever. All the bullshit, we said that I believe this is to trigger you and to put fear in you. The healing journey is a lifelong journey. It's a lifelong process. No, basically saying it won't ever end. If you want to believe that and comprehend that is your choice for will. My situation, I'm the one that put the cherry top. So that to pay it forward, to let you know, that means your last dying breath, you're 20 years old hearing this shit, and you just say you died at 100 years old. So for 80 years of your life, to tell you your future, you will always have anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger issues. You won't ever let go of your exes, your past pain, your toxic love, child trauma. You'll always have triggers, overthinking, reactive use, deflection, projection, gaslighting, manipulation, traumas, and the cherry fucking top, you'll always have insomnia to your last dying breath. So scenario, not factual. You're 20 years old hearing this, and you live to 100 years old, 80 years of your life traumatized. But to call you out, I became healed, woke, my face tattoo. I let everybody go at 39 in this lifetime. 18 at heart, I just turned 45. The last 6 years of my life, blessed, the best years of my life. And nothing against my exes, my past pain, toxic trauma. My family, a lot of my family is still alive. But respectfully, when I say this, none of my family from Washington State, down to Mexico, back to Spain, the motherland, none, zero. Can't teach any of my tattoos. They can teach me this. I'm always a Catholic, like they are. Go to church, pray, live in God's hands. Be a good person, show the respect. That's it. That's all I can tell you. That's all they can tell me. I tell them, yeah, God's not the issue. You're the issue. You're the one that's bullying me. The devil, they'll put a seed in your hand. What are you choosing? What are you doing with the seed? Water, observe, study, or the seed dies. So that's why my tattoos. If you're in a healing journey, we can have these conversations on the overall. If you're just in a journey, this conversation will trigger. All my tattoos will trigger you every which way. So that's why I keep it 1,000. I tell stories about raw real life, raw real feelings, the healing journey, your mental health. These toxic love, broken, coded relationships. If you have kids like I do, co-parenting. So you teach your kids not to, like to my kids. There's your mother, there's your father. I'm your father, aka step on that side. I'm your father over here. I don't have a girlfriend. So here's the kicker. I'm going to teach you, all 8 of you, so you don't become your mother and father. To have kids when you're 30 or 40 years old, make sure you're established for yourself, best as possible. Financially, physically, spiritually, mentally, as a being, the potential to be there established, then potentially, maybe now you do love, relationships, marriages, and kids. If not, do it the fucking hard way. Get destroyed every which way. Do the corny ass way. The tradition was working. Why the fuck is everyone suffering? Do it for the kids, religion, culture. Fuck that shit. No. If shit's toxic, it's over. It's not going to get better. Only if magically somehow your partner starts this healing journey and maybe gets in a relationship around. But just to pay it forward, if emotional and spiritual, physical cheating, infidelity, entanglements, shit's over. It's cooked. Let's say scenario, they don't ever cheat on you again. But now you sit there with the trauma because they broke trust and loyalty. And you're always going to think, which you have the right to, accuse them. Hey, babe, I'm going to church. Well, last time you said that, but you was with Maria. Hey, babe, I'm going to go with my parents. Last time you said that, but you was Maria. Yeah. Your partner, your partner has the right to say it to you every single time. But that causes wars. For how much longer will you do this shit? That's what the best thing to do is squash the situation and move the fuck on and start the healing journey. And you don't bring your past to present. Because if you keep doing the same shit, then you are the problem. That's why, for everybody out there, especially on the male side, all this bullshit, the men cheat is biology, the Bible, nah, fuck your bullshit. Nah, that's excuses. SOS, stuck on stupid. 1 + 1 equals my answer. It's called what? You cannot control your lust. So it's pathetically easy to fucking test. So easy to fucking do. Go to where? their gym. A lot of queens fucking their body, their choice, see through everything. How do I know she's pierced? Yeah, make that shit make sense, right? And then you go to the bikini beaches, down to the fucking beaches. All the fucking lust in front of your face. For males and females, whatever you're into. If you're staring at men and women like you've never seen a man in your fucking life, you can't do A and B monogamy. You'll always emotionally cheat. Nothing wrong with looking. But when you're gawking like you've seen a man or woman in your fucking life, that's called emotionally cheating. Scenario if I have a girlfriend, but I don't. Let's say a girlfriend, right? And she's doing that. Let's say she did, babe, do you know what emotional cheating is? What's that? Okay, let me give you a scenario. I don't give a shit if you look a guy, but you're staring like you never seen a man in your life. What? The specific guy right there, you just staring at. I've been watching you. No, I'm not. There's other guys, and you're staring at just that one. Do you know him? No. There's another part of emotion, you know, the energy, yes, but that you don't know what energy is. Because if you did, you would know what emotional cheating is. So here's the kicker. My number 3, I'll give you 3 chances. After the 3rd chance, it's over. What? Just because of that? Yes. Or if you want to, choose your corny ways, you can stay here, but I will match energy. What do you mean? You're looking, I'm looking. You can't say shit. Nope. You cannot say shit at all. If you don't like that shit, oh, welcome to my universe. So what are you choosing? What are you doing? Keep fucking emotion cheating? I'll do the same shit. But here's the kicker. I can handle rejection. Can you? You can cheat on me? I give no fucks. A zillion queens in the whole universe? Why would I say about you one? The overage myself would have stressed about that shit. I would cry like a bitch to the fullest because of codependency. We're raised to fucking so wrong. You don't need people. Only kids need adults. Comma for now. You was a kid. You became a teenager. Live with your parents, a young adult. Now you become an adult of the household, right? So you don't need people at all. 0. Needing people is codependency. That's why breakup, divorces, getting ghosted hurts every which way. Because you gave your all, yeah. So you can't control the energy at all, can you? At least not yet. So that's why you want people. If they want you to match energy, love. Not take energy, toxic love. All my tattoos, black and white, straight to the point. No years of counseling therapy at all. Healing journey. If you want to do years, go for it. I pray for you. I really do, because you've been traumatized for quite a while. And once again, I make it sound easy. Why? Because I reach stuff for help. All these platforms, all this fucking resources, all the answers in front of your face, every which way. I promise you that. You just don't know that yet. You know? And that's why I preach about like Buddha taught, mind and body, but I add to it the person by your side. Why? Because relationships can make you, break you, and they can never destroy you. If that person in the mirror allows them to, they shall. I'm going to let that on me. What do you mean the person in the mirror? What's a fucking mirror? It reflects a being looking at it. So I'm going to tat it in my rib cage, because now that, once again, I use a numbing cream, it should work pretty good. I'm going to do the riddle wherever Jesus got stabbed. I can't tell you where. The left side, the right side of his ribs. But where he got stabbed at, it's going to say, the riddle to all universes and realms. Who is the problem? The person in the mirror, the person looking in the mirror. We comprehend the riddle. What are you going to do about it? Respectfully. And what's the answer? It's you. The mirror's not crying. The person in the mirror's not crying. You're crying. Why? That's why I preach about mirrors, doors, and you. That's all I give a shit about. I don't care about nothing about your tattoos. Yeah, in Seattle. Beautiful tattoos. But like my situation, I'm famous with my tattoos because they're fucking words. That's all they are, pathetically just little words. But a lot of them are triggering words. Straight to the point. That's what I tell people in Seattle, especially the queens. Miss Queen, you're only speaking to me because of my tattoos. If I didn't have the tattoos on me, you'd not be speaking to me at all, respectfully wise. Common courtesy, we see, say hi, say what's up type of situation, that's it. But conversations, mental health healing journey, negative, none of that. And that's I purposely, like crown throne of Jesus, I crucified myself to put words in my body to pay it forward. All my tattoos is the modern day Bible. Nothing against the Bible, but the modern Bible to your mental health. Straight to the point. That's all it is. Very, very direct. That's what I mean as a being. I'll see like coding talk, McGee Techie, right? Coding talk, all you see is zeros and ones. Ask the AI. That's all it is, zeros and ones. As a being, I just see 3 energies. Squares, circles, and zombies. 3 energies, 3 frequencies, 3 paths. That's all I see. And what is it? My terminology, if you're a square, empathist, empath, you're a loving person. Whatever your higher source is, right? On the overall, if you're a circle, you're too narcissistic. You're the bad boy, bad girl, fuck boy, fuck girls, the bully, the racist. If you're a zombie, you're cooked. You're the addict to addiction. And for all your zombies that you're trying to do the healing journey, mental health, rehab, detox, sobriety, hey, I give you props. You're trying. Yeah. But that's all I see. I don't see your race, culture, nah. Your belief's not a zombie. You're a zombie. Why? Respectfully, yes. Everyone's a child trauma. We got this toxic relationship. Yeah, everyone's traumatized. But the question is, what do you do with your feelings and your mental health now? That's what I care about. That's all I care about as a being. That's why I go live for you guys, not for myself. As one being, I'm blessed. From 39 to my last day in breath, I'm blessed as a being. All the shit I talk about, all my tattoos, all the clips that I play, all these platforms that I post shit on, either my personal stuff or people stuff, I don't ever worry about those situations. I get cheated on, and that's her choice free will. The devil, I could been the devil, but that was her choice free will. We can talk about it as adults, but let's say she have a girlfriend cheats on me. Babe, this ain't the movies where we talk about it and I give you a chance. No. Learn from the situation. What do you mean? Yes. You thought like the movies, I'm going to give you a chance? No. So I'm choosing myself. I love myself more than you. Respect me, because if you don't got me, you cheat on me type of situation. Now, I'm like tattoo now on your ex. If you want to, I can be your support team. We can figure out together why you cheated so you don't do this again. What do you mean? So you don't cheat again. If you do, then you cannot do monogamy. You cannot control your lust. You're too emotional. Everything starts with feelings. Then it goes to the emotion cheating. Then it goes to the phone, social media, third party. You and your boyfriend, girlfriend, monogamy, A and B. And then it goes to what? Jade and August, C to Z parties, entanglements, cheating. So there it is. So why did you do what you did? I don't know. Yes, you do know, but you don't do accountability. That's the problem. You're mad because you got busted. I don't care. But I'm going to just watch you. You're my ex to be. That's the relationship, by the way. And you cheat again, I'll reach out to you. What happened? You moved on and healing journey, and you cheated again. Then you were the problem. You're hurt. You hurt a new partner. So you are the problem. So if I was you, do poly open relationships, benefit situations, because you can't control your lust. You're too emotional. You can't control your feelings. You are the problem, especially wise. What do you do for work, bro? Oh, I work at a mechanic shop. I'm basically the floater. I basically do alignments, tires, mechanical work type of situation. In the evenings, I do DoorDash after hours. It'd be nice to get paid for what I do, because for me, it's easy to do. Fire, it's cool. Mechanics is cool. Don't get me wrong, it's cool. But respectfully, I'll be doing this, get paid for what I do. Be a podcaster, like mental health. So as I say, like everyone has like their own gifts, right? Their unique type of situation. My gift is talking. If I got paid to talk, I'd be a zillionaire, 1,000%. That's my gift. Cause I care about you as a being and your mental health and your feelings. Why? Well, you say you want love, but you don't want to talk about your feelings. Then you are the problem, respectfully. Cause you get back. I do it with customers here because they see my tattoos, and they're fucking 6-figure plus millionaires and shit, ballers. But nothing about mental health. They because you're busy. A lot of us humans, aka beings, we distracted ourselves with man-made bullshit. But you have insomnia, right? When you go home, how's your home? What? You want to test people as beings? Ask them, yo, how's everything at home? How's your parents doing? Whoa, yeah. I respect your boundaries, the bigger boundaries. You don't have to elaborate, you don't have to say any of that. But why does that matter? Because everything's about home. Your parents, do you have parents? Are you an orphan? Only a mother, only a father? Why does that matter? Because that's where everything starts. So, scenario, I have my parents, but toxic relations to this day because they're in this conversation. So I grew up in what? Toxicity. So you just go, you bully toxicity. And then you went on daytime in middle school, high school, and I tell my kids, ask them the question, yo, what are you doing? Like, yo, how your parents doing? How's it at home? Well, I got a mother, I don't got a father. Oh, but you have parents, and they're toxic. You both know what? Toxic love, broken, coded relationships. That's all it is. Belief's not the issue. The home's the issue. Every which way. I teach my kids best as possible, and everybody out there, what? I care about you to be in your home. So the day you want heaven on earth, work on your mental health, do the healing journey. But that's for you as only one being. To warn you, no one has to respect your boundaries. No one has to respect you at all. But don't worry, I call you the fuck up. All my tattoos, all these circle of zombies, all, the big word, all of them are good for the streets. Toxic love, none of them, zero. They're not good for the homeless love. Because I know 1,000% everywhere they go, everything they touch, they destroy. All you queens talk about karma, they are karma not knowing. So you bitch about your partner. You're dating fucking karma. Every which way. How's it working out for you? Go to church. Church is not the issue. He's the issue. She's the issue. Why are you with them? One day, it's not gonna work out. That's what I'm gonna be. Yo, fearing you. I'm gonna tell once again. I'm gonna tell the 7 and 12. My one-on-ones, and I ask, yo, Queen, King, how you bond with your partner? Like 2 years. Okay, 2 years of bitching about it, right? You ready to do 7 years? Why 7? I ain't pointed. Right? See, it says 7. Scenario, right? It's not on me yet, but why 7? That's my second baby mom, the mother of boys, till she walked away. 7 years too long. It was a blessing, guys. And let's say we're still talking to each other, right? And let's say it's 7 years. Yo, I already told you about 12 years. It's my first baby mom's. 12 years too long, 3 daughters detail. I walked away. No journey. I mean, no healing journey, just a journey. I didn't reach out for help or guidance. I was like, well, that relationship's over. Trying to co-parenting shit, and that's it. But still being in a toxic relationship, but your partners, all that toxicity. Because no, I didn't reach out for help, no guidance. Well, God can do for me. Sure, you can say that. God, once again, God's half of it. Communication. Only I can do comprehension. Nobody can do comprehension for you. Nobody can let go for you. Nobody can do closure for you. Nobody cannot fix, change, or save anyone in the universe at all. I'm gonna say for my kids. I tell my kids all the time, I can save you physically, sure. If I have money financially, sure. Emotionally and spiritually, no, I cannot. I'm not God. I'm not Jesus. I'm not the universe. I cannot take your pain from you at all. But I can tell you stories. That's my little saying. All we do for each other is what? Heal, guide, support, uplift, warn. Show my love to each other. 1,000%. But with my situation, I tell everybody, my one-on-one behind the screen, I get off the live session, I go home, I'm blessed. I'm fucking living in my van in Seattle. While my real home is 3 hours away. You know, I do co-parenting. To call everybody the fuck out. Yo, if you have no kids, 0 kids, right? You haven't lost families. And my tattoo, you're a zombie. And add to addiction. You hit rock bottom. I'm living in a van in Seattle. I lost 2 families, 8 kids deep. I should be with you chilling, getting high and drunk every fucking night, especially in my van. But no, I'm blessed as a being. I had that to my every which way, you know, and that's why I just do this human experience to my last dying breath. I want every bitch about life. What? Bitch about people. Why? I don't need people. I want people. And you walk away, I think you walk away. That's their choice for real. No one's got to stay. And remember, all of us are traumatized. You know, everyone gets bullied and shit. I tell my kids all the time, you guys don't know shit about life. Respectfully. Love, middle school, high school, these feelings aren't even factual. No feeling is factual. Because we comprehended that, guess what? You and I stay in toxicity for too long. At all. Well, yes, love hurts. Love does not hurt at all. If God universe is love and love is the answer, which is very factual, you do not know that yet, it doesn't hurt. It is toxic love. What is toxic love? When you love somebody that does not love you back. That's called toxic love. 1,000%. You don't have to comprehend that. Toxic love will cost you everything emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, physically, your health, and potentially even your fucking life. Especially queens. If he's emotionally, spiritually abusive, he's being a fuckboy, he's breaking, she's whooping your fucking ass. You want to leave him? If he can't have you, no one can have you. Now you're a TikTok story, local news. Fucking what happens? The generations cycle continues to fuck on. Maybe in the next lifetime, you know, you might start the healing journey and you learn about the terminology, empath, narcissist, deflection, projection, all my tattoos. That's what, all my tattoos are very straight, very direct. That's when Seattle, they'd be like, did I say narcissist? Yes. What's an empathist? I made it even, my word, empath. Which one are you? They'd be like, do you know what narcissist is? Yeah, I comprehended 1,000. Do you? Are you? I could be whatever you want me to be. I'm a chameleon. You know, if I try and bond you, I own you, my tattoo. You see this? It says slave master, it says fuck your feelings, and you become a slave. I could be a fuckboy and go to church every day. Read about the Bible. I can know scripture. Just because I talk about scripture doesn't make me a good person. But if I know 1,000% you're codependent of religion, I can, whatever spirituality. Once again, in my situation, I'm not 40s to 10 to the Matrix. I know of the spiritual universe, astrology, neurology, crystals, you know, sage, Anunnakis. I've heard all the terms, star seeds, you know, reptilians. Yes, I know of it. Communication. I don't comprehend it. If I want to study it, I set up a tattoo. I got the AI. I test it all the time. Yo, whatchamacallit, what's up, X? I use AI, you know, C.AI. What's astrology? What's numerology? What's crystals? You know, what you know, astrology signs are compatible. I'm studying. It's very intriguing, but I don't comprehend it because it's not my spiritual gift. It's not my spiritual realm. Respectfully, it's not. A lot of queens think you're higher than 3D. No, everyone starts 2D. Blue pillars, entertainers. You're just NPCs. Your God and love is horizontal bullshit, man-made bullshit. When you start the 3D world, the healing journey, now you become an educator. You're trying to educate yourself, others, and learn your fucking mindset, right? Now you go to the 3D, to the 10D, to the Matrix. But once again, your belief is not the issue. And to remind you, your belief is not stressing. You are stressing. The question is why? You're suffering. Why? For how much longer? What? What do you mean for how much longer? I used to be you. I suffered in this lifetime until I was 39. Right here, you started to see it in my van. It says 39. What? Because Seattle be like, why do you have 39 you? Oh, well, to trigger you, that's when I started my healing journey, quote unquote, and I completed it. What do you mean? I did it almost less than a year. I let everybody go. So once again, me as one being, I'm healed. Only you can do closure for yourself. God can't do it for you. He plants a seed. Once again, when I say God, the universe, we're all messengers. We're all communication. We're all messengers. Nobody has to comprehend you. Only you as one being get the comprehension when you're ready to let go of everybody. To comprehend why everything happened to you. And once you do that, then you're blessed. You become woke. You're fucking blessed. Once again, on my tattoo, the healing journey, the victim mindset. The awakening journey, too many tattoos. It's the survivor mindset. And then another thing about it's the warrior mindset, the awakened journey, survivor mindset, and woke. We just tell stories. I'm not a victim. I'm not a warrior. I'm a survivor. That's all words with myself. I'm woke now. I'm blessed. I just tell stories. Everything I talk about, everything I play, everything I post, I won't ever, capital E, ever go through that shit. I know 1,000%. Potential partner, she can leave me. She can ghost me. That's her choice of free will. I won't become sad and depressed. I won't question my self-worth. I won't sit for closure. No. Anybody can walk away whenever they want to. That's how I'm going to back in, I think I got 3 sessions in May. Back to back. 2-hour sessions. And what am I getting more? More tattoos with my healing notes, What's the number 1? Thank you for the gift. I'm back. You can't see it. Maybe not on Beagle. But my other apps wise, my other accounts, it's a big cross tattoo for the religious people. I'm born as a Catholic, right? Catholic Christian type of situation. So all the religious people, even if you're atheist, he must be Catholic, he must be religious. It's a big cross tattoo. Now read all the words in the cross and outside the cross. Everything that I talk about that I'm repetitive about 1 billion times, every side of my body, that's my healing note to pay it forward. Like, to keep it straight every which way. Because I want to test your mindset. What? Yes, Queen, I'm in Seattle. Yeah, you're beautiful, awesome. But other than your mind, ask any part of your body for the rest of life. And they have nothing to say. No one's ever asked me that. Correct, because they don't teach us this shit. But yes, you are beautiful. I see what everyone sees. You have a nice vessel, a nice body. You work out awesome. So you're physically fit. Now, that's the avatar, the outside. Now, with your mindset, your mental health, are you emotionally, spiritually fit? I even test them, Miss Queen. Take any of my body, any of my healing notes, and please elaborate. I would love to hear what you believe my tattoos are about. And they still can't tell me nothing. I mean, that's cool. And then keep going to the gym. You're beautiful, exotic. Everybody wants you. That's awesome. But remember this, to call you out when you go to a toxic relationship, they cheat on you. Like my wife is like a comedian. Yo, Queen, why are you crying? You're beautiful. How you crying? You're exotic. Everybody wants you. Why are you crying? Respectfully. Yo, you have a lot of healing to do. And you can't rejection. Nobody's got to stay. That's what I'm telling her back to pay it forward and say, sure, in a positive manner as a forewarning. Did you know anyone could break up with you? Anyone could cheat on you? Anyone could divorce you? Anyone can ghost you? Anyone can leave you whenever they want to. That is their choice and free will. When they do, and which they shall, how will you react? How will you respond? Or do you feel scared of that? Can you handle rejection respectfully? That'll be telling my back next month sometime. And once again, all this shit I'm saying, I gotta start writing them down because, I pep it on my computer. I got my boy, put the flash drive in. He prints it out. He lays it down on me. I'm not a drinker at all, but I was using Fireball because, once again, I don't care for alcohol. But I was using it to numb the body up because the shit hurts. People tell me in Seattle, so if the tattoos hurt, why do you get tattoos for? For you. For 95% of the universe. I used to be you. That's why. I sacrificed my body in this pain for you guys. Not for myself. These words ain't shit to me. Words don't mean shit at all. Respect, you don't know that yet. What? No word in the universe has feelings. At all. Zero. Sad? Why I feel sad? The healing journey does not work with the healing journey. Breakup does not work with breakups, and so on and so on. Depression does not work with depression. You do. The question is why? What? Why? I used to be you, once again, respectfully. So, I'm about to play some clip, guys, because I'm going to do another, half hour, if that, and then I get going because I gotta get some sleep, because I have to wake up in, 2.5 hours. I only slept, I slept some during the day with my kids. Oh, speaking of my kids, right, so here's the kicker. So, all you single parents and parents in general, give yourself grace, especially if you're on a journey, give yourself a lot of grace, because this is Japanese to you. If you're doing the healing journey, give yourself a lot of grace, because you don't know this conversation yet, So, my situation today, I tried to my kids best as possible. Me as a being, You can't see the extent of my body. It's vertically. It says monkeys, zoos, jails, prisons. Anyone that wants to give verbal physical threats, I just call you monkeys. That the fuck ass. I mean, yo, use your words. They cut deeper than a knife, but then you can trigger people, cause those altercations. But once again, anyone that believes anybody not a good person, anyone that gets physical is not a good person, and you believe not getting physical, you are, because you cannot control your triggers every which way. So what you gonna call it? My youngest little man's, before I got to see him on Saturday night, they're at the water park. They were jumping off the bullshit, playing around. He broke his elbow type of situation, right? So remember this. Yes, they're kids. I'm trying to be mindful as possible, and they got an altercation. And once again, that's why I talk to my kids. When I was straight, it's pride and ego. So my third old was trying to tell the youngest to apologize. And this is what I tell my kids, tell everybody out there, nobody has to apologize to you. Nobody has to sorry to you. At all, zero. And it's pride and ego. So yes, they should tell you sorry, but they don't have to. And they do tell you sorry, are they being authentic, or they say that because that's what you want to hear, to make you satisfied, accept the situation. They know when they have a situation, they got physical. I'm like, fuck it, here we go again type of situation. Now what happened? You pushed him down. He just pushed him, his youngest little brother, my youngest son, down. He literally just broke his elbow, like, bruh. And as soon as he dropped him down, he starts crying. My third one jumps on him. Not like, he lays on him. He's saying sorry. Like, yeah, they're telling me, that's my point being. All my attention for reason. Yes, your pride ego kicked in, your narcissist traits, he became physical. And he just literally broke his elbow. You shove him on the fucking floor. And none of this conversation, and none of these fucking schools will teach you this shit. Maybe if you go to college to become a therapist. Potentially. But even then, this conversation, they don't have this shit. So that's how I'm going to tell this for a reason. That's how my kids, I'm going to traumatize you the word monkeys. I promise you that. Everybody, that's how, I don't like to get, no one should ever get physical, nobody at all. Only circle of zombies become fucking physical because all they know narcissist traits. The pride and ego, they hate type of situation. They want fucking war because they hate themselves every which way. They don't know how to feel good because they don't reach out for help and guidance. So that's why, to make life simple for everybody behind the screen, if you're a square empathetic person, empathy is whatever your higher source is, that you want a better life on the overall, trust. Only vibe with square as best as possible. People like you that match energy best as possible. You're passionate, mindful, all the good shit. Yeah. You'll have a better outcome. But yes, no matter what, you gotta fucking deal with the circle of zombies, but you don't have to vibe with them to the fullest. After you build boundaries, they don't respect them, just walk the fuck away. And yes, you're gonna hurt their feelings. You're gonna trigger them. But they're not your feelings. And they're not matching energy. Especially if you can't control your energy, then don't vibe with them. That's me as a being. I'll be all the circle zombies, I'll be all their associates, I'll be the real support teams. To call them a friend, as long as their environment is not too toxic and they're not too toxic, I will call them a friend. To call her my girlfriend? Fuck no. That sounds mean as fuck, right? Yeah, it is mean. My narcissist trait that I control. And that's why, once again, all you circle zombies, don't shoot your shot. Once again, I'll hurt your feelings the day one off the rib. Call me the devil? I don't hurt my feelings, but here's the kicker. The devil won't give you positive life, give you good positive advice type of situation. This conversation, these boys behind me, call me the devil, how you want, but these boys behind me, this isn't a journey. They won't warn you none of these conversations. They won't tell you, you know what, my energy is strong for you. What? My energy is strong for you. It's not gonna work out. What do you mean? Because I know 1,000% if someone triggers you, takes energy, you're gonna build walls. I'll get crucified, and you push me away. You need your space. So what are we doing here? What am I doing here? But if you want to do this, let's do this. But I'm forewarning you. See that door right there? They went off the rib. Next tattoo. The doors are for both of us. I don't need you in my life. That's called codependency. I want you in my life. If you want to match energy you love, not taking any toxic love. So if it doesn't work out, I can leave you. I won't ghost you. Only boys and girls ghost. Women in the healing gym with this conversation. And now it's ending. What? Because of that, learn from this. Learn from this business part. If you need help and guidance, I got you. But you can hate me, dislike me. You don't have to talk to me because now I'm your ex. You get on a rejection. Cool, hate me. You love God, the universe, but you hate me now. Because why? Because you're getting rejected? And I'm forewarning you, and I'm talking. And I ain't told you day one off the rip, But once again, no one has to comprehend this conversation. That is what? Your choice of free will, respectfully, But let me play some clips really fast before I get out of here, which I'm going to try to do more of. So, ooh, excuse me. They stay calm, they forgive again and again. Sorry, guys. Oh, when I play this clip, and I say respectfully once again, me as one being, I don't vibe with the Spanish culture, Hispanic, Latino Spaniards. To say trigger all of them, well, almost all of them, 99.999% of them can't teach me anything about these conversations. And I challenge all of them. If you're part of the Spanish culture, Hispanic, Latino Spaniards, jump in the box. Reach out to me on my conversation, but they won't take this conversation because why? Especially with social media, because they were about the reputation. I tell me, yo, you have to show your face, calm the fuck down, do a burner account. But let's keep it raw and real every which way, you know? And I tell the people behind the screen to portray you. You don't have to comprehend this. I used to say 95%, now I say 99. It's a high fucking number. But once again, you don't have to comprehend. But if you're not part of the Spanish culture, Queens, Hispanic, and Spaniard, you want to be brown boys, just to let you know, don't have to comprehend, 99% brown boys are fuck boys. What? Yes, Hispanic and Spaniards. 99? Yeah, they're hard workers, right? But they work hard in relation with their, their co-workers, the work wives, the side chicks, social media wives. But they do not work hard in relation with their partners nor their kids, and they go to church every fucking Sunday. They're a bunch of hypocrites and fucking pharaohs. That's what brown boys hate my ass. I tell Queens, the door's right there. Gotta change him when he's ready to start the healing journey. You're not fucking him over. You're not cheating. He is. But for both of you, the door's right there. That's the miracle sign from God of the universe. You have to comprehend that. One day, yes, Queen, I was you. Do you pray about how manifest that one day magically to put fear in you? You ready to do 7 years? 12 years? Why? That's my numbers because that's what I did. My first baby mom, 12 years too long. 3 daughters deep till I finally walked away. Both of us, just a journey, no healing journey. Both was Catholic Christians. As a couple, behind closed doors, toxic as fuck. Especially more on her side. I'm a square to the circle, to the fullest. But I thought maybe if I show more love to her, have this conversation with her, not these full conversations because I was just on a journey, not a healing journey, she'd change her ways. She'd be more loving, compassionate. Fuck no. So that's why I try to teach all my kids and kids in general wise, you cannot fix, change, or save anyone in the universe at all. You're not God in the universe at all. Let's say that spiritual gift that God, Jesus gave me the gift to take people's pain away. I still won't take your pain away. Why? Because I know that story of Jesus when he tells, that he does miracles for people. He tells me, check out, I'll do this miracle for you, whatever the miracle is. Keep it simple. Whatever the miracle is, if it's between A, Jesus, B, so there's my situation, it's me, I'm B, I'm blind. And then he's in time, okay, I'm going to do this miracle for you, but don't tell nobody I did this for you. Why? Because if people find out who I am and what I do, then I just come here for the miracle and that's it. Not to vibe with God, my Father, none of these conversations. Yeah, that's very, very factual. Now it becomes transactional love. We'll say God love, we go to church for now. And then when we get satisfied, human bullshit, then we go to our old ways, we're comfortable. Until shit falls apart again, God, been a minute, the universe been a minute. Yes, what do you want now? What transaction do you want now? So that's the shit every which way. So once again, when I play this clip, me as a being, I cringe. I'm like, I'm part of the culture every which way, but I'm knocking on 1,000. That's why I tell the Spanish Queens, Hispanic and Spaniards. First and foremost, just to let you know, I'm knocking the Spanish culture 1,000%. If that's gonna bother you, it's not gonna work out. Second of all, I'm from the ghetto hoods. I'm not gonna ghetto hoods 1,000%. If that's gonna hurt your feelings, it's not gonna work out. On top of that, I'm very blunt. So if your family gets triggered, it's not gonna work out. If your family is gonna come before us, it's not gonna work out. Because you're dating your family. I used to be like you. A lot of us date our family because yes, that's your family. They made you, raised you, all that good shit, right? But a lot of families are toxic as fuck. Behind closed doors, toxic as fuck. And they go to church every Sunday. Remember this, they're not happy. They don't want to see you happy. That's why they try to break up your relationship. And when they do break it up, they got to manipulate, babe. I know that's your boyfriend, all that good stuff, but we don't want him to be around you. He's not good for you. And you're choosing us, with your family, or him, right? And then she's come to me, hey, your parents tried to choose it. Don't worry, babe. I'll choose myself. What? I did the same shit. Self-sabotage relationship. You want God universe to send you love? I'm in love, but guess what? You're not ready for this. So go date your parents. And right now, after you break up and you tell them that you broke up in type of situation, you chose them, they're gonna buy you man-made bullshit. Buy you whatever, give you money, travel, Dubai, whatever the fuck you want. Worldly bullshit. But you still be sound depressed. Yeah. Let me know that shit works out for you, respectfully. So back in the day, dating, typically marriages, A and B, that's a couple. Nowadays, dating doesn't mean shit for the most part. You're dating others potentially wise, but that's where you make comments, ask questions. We're like, are we official a couple? A and B, boyfriend and girlfriend? Or we're just dating. Okay, if we're just dating, are you dating others? Are you laying down? You laying down with people? They can tell you really no, but they're freaking about to hop in the whole face. You don't know. So that's why first and foremost, take care of yourself every which way. If they allow respect to quote unquote, you both get tested. That the fuck ass. If they're like, why do we get tested for? Why is that a problem? Then that's a red flag. Every which way. What are they? They're concerned that fucking they're doing about having the whole face. They might have some shit. Then guess what? Go get tested. Fuck yeah, if not, then catch some shit. Might be curable. If not, you're married to this shit for the rest of your life over lust. And y'all believe in Jesus, higher source, Buddha, whatever you believe in. Respectfully.
Are you busy tonight?
So I'm being honest, because I feel like you should know. There is someone today that I'm gonna just like meet. But nothing serious, just hanging out.
That's a day. You're gonna live with someone. It's not you're going to hang out. That's a day.
This is not like a serious thing. This is just like, I'm single. I talking to you. I like answering you.
Yeah, and instead of spending more time with me, you're going to hang out with other dudes.
No, I still want to spend more time with you. I've been honest with Pedro since the beginning that I do plan on dating other people and we're not exclusive right now. So when a local Dominican guy on social media asks me on a date, why would I say no?
And here's the kicker. So obviously you hear the accent. I believe she's like, don't call me now. I think she's like from Europe, I believe, like England or London type of situation. She don't know this conversation, but like Pedro's Dominican, and another Dominican hit her up like, yeah. And she doesn't know this shit because I'm the only one who says that shit. Yo, all you kids behind the screen, if you're not proud of Spanish culture, you're not Hispanic, Latino, Spaniard. Just to let you know, you're down to comprehend 99% brown boys are fuckboys like Pedro. So that's why a lot of Spanish people that speak to you, yo, just curious to know who, what's your boyfriend, what's your husband, what's your baby father. He's Dominican, he's Mexican, Cuban. Oh, Queen, there's your problem. What? 99% brown boys are fuckboys. You're a brown boy. I used to be. I'm a brown man. I worked on myself. I wasn't like, too narcissistic type of situation. Machista do machismo. But no, yeah, there's my toxic traits because why? I was raised incorrectly. Go to church. Nothing wrong with church. Church is not being a fuck girl. You are. But you really doing good by confession? Really? A for effort. But you're still fucking up. And on top of that, behind closed doors. Behind closed doors, that's where everything happens. My first tattoo in my bag, it says, but on the cross tattoo, to finish that section of it says, the real war starts every day above ground, behind closed doors. Who is the slave master? Dash S. Who is the slave? Dash S. Everything comes from home, behind closed doors. To reiterate, what? That's factual. Slavery didn't fucking die. Physically, legally, quote unquote, right? Emotionally, spiritually, and physically, no. Behind closed doors. My words, my pops, right? My father. We're all Catholic Christian, go to church every Sunday. He loves us, quote unquote, right? But my mom's getting her murked, and us 7 siblings getting murked. Because my dad's having a bad day or in traumas and bullshit. He didn't have this conversation. Now I know why he did what he did. And my uncle's and my grandfather. And what's that called? All the conversations, the healing journey of mental health is called what? One fucking phrase. The healing journey. I'm sorry, the generational cycle. Everyone's stuck in the same shit. Only you as one being can break it. All the bullshit they say you break it for your family, for your lineage before. Now I just did it for myself, and that's it. If you want to believe that, that's your truth, if you will. I just did it for myself. And after that, I just tell stories to pay it forward. I tell my kids, I don't want you to become your mother and father best as possible. You don't have to talk to me at all. That is your truth. I'm your father. I triggered you. I try to tell you my words, and to pay it forward, the words you get to with your words are to your partners, especially your kids, because the words you cannot take them back. And remember that church is saying, words could deep a knife, period, right? If the person in the mirror allowed them to, they shall. What? That's the only word words can hurt you, if you allow them to. That's what me as a bit. I don't give a fuck about words. I tell people all the time, like, yo, we can do this conversation, but just to let you know, I don't give a shit about words. If you care about words and they trigger you, we should not have this conversation at all. That's a boys hate me, the queens love me. Some queens love it, hate me because truth hurts. I'm here to bully you with the truth. You don't have to comprehend. But you've bitched about your partner for how much for longer? The door is right there. I tell queens all the time. Especially if kids not involved. When kids are involved, it's easier said than done. But that's co-parenting if that's possible. If they get too triggered, especially more on the male side, Then, you know, he's too toxic as fuck, stalking and bullshit. You have courts and the fuck, all that shit. We just call it parallel parenting. Might trigger him to the point he or she becomes Debbie brother, Debbie fathers on my tattoos. But I tell all the Debbies, don't say God, don't say love the universe. You can give up on your ex. But those kids, those are your inner child. Because you know that, yeah, they don't know this conversation at all yet, you know? So, but once again, I give everybody grace because we're all raising correctly. Imagine if churches taught this conversation, if Buddha taught, Buddhist taught the situation, Muslim, all these all religious beliefs, spiritual beliefs, like what? That cool, that's good, you believe, but the kicker to warn you, it's a person by your side. If you know your level in the overall and they take your energy while they have by your side, respectfully, you know? Hey, number one, welcome to life, respectfully, you know? So, that's shit for everybody out there, but once again, respect, we're all raising correctly. We think we know what love is. Like, if you knew what it was, then why you deal with toxicity for? Door's right there. You can leave, you know? No one's gonna stay. And number one, you can talk if you want to, and you don't have to. That's your choice, free will.
If you drink alcohol, I have a serious question. Would you be proud of your kids if they drank exactly like you do? And I'm talking about the same amount, the same frequency, but most importantly, for the same reasons. If your son or daughter drank for all the reasons that you do, would you be proud of them? But what I've learned as a father is that our kids don't always do what we tell them to do, but they will always do what we show them. If you
And that's why everybody sponges every which way. But once again, to call everybody out, because my job's my gift, like, I'm a single for your kids. I love the family. So even before you said this comment, like in Seattle, my one-on-ones, I asked them, like, I respect your boundaries. You don't have to answer the question at all. But, like, do you have kids? And they say no. Okay, check it out. So to call you in a positive matter, to bully in a positive matter, I'm a single 5'8" kids. I love two families. You can actually be chill with each other, face to face or behind a screen, getting high drunk together type of situation. To call you once again respectfully, to bully in a positive manner. Why am I doing what you're doing? I should be doing what you're doing, respectfully. I tell my 8 kids. Then once again, everyone's future's in front of their face. All bullshit, that addiction disease. No, it's a choice. And now your shit gets laced, but here's the kicker. If you don't do drugs, you don't know about bullshit. Lace, what's lace? You might can study the wording to comprehend it, but you don't worry about that because you don't do drugs. You don't get high, you don't drink, nothing. You're chilling. Cool, you're sober. All that good shit, right? Cool. Only zombies, for example, when I see this, like, these platforms, they, drug busting shit, and I put my comments all the time to trigger all the zombies. Only zombies are mad about that shit. That's the first thought, man. I could have got high, get drunk. Yeah, because that's all they know. Because that's their codependency. Every which way. So the situation is, like, I tell my kids to bully them in a positive manner. When I visit them type of situation, show them around, whatever, they be like, what's wrong with that person? I go, chill out, Bobby. You have homeless people because they've been traumatized. They don't deal with people at all, right? And they have zombies. What do you mean zombies? My tattoos. They're acting addiction. They don't want to feel their feelings. All my tattoos for a reason. They're scared to be alone. All right, and they don't have these conversations. So that's why to show you that person right there. If you do drugs, that's your future. I tell all my kids, if one of you becomes zombies, I'm gonna tell the other 7 to bully all of you in a positive manner. Check out, there's your brother, there's your sister. If you do what they're doing, there's your future. And I got 8 of you. Let's say 2 more go down. Cool. Tell the other 4. There's your brothers and sisters right there. 3 are down. I got 4 more of you. What's what the situation? And here's to call all you out. None of you have kids. You and I should be in high drunk together. You should have seen me like that every which way, respectfully. But my tattoo trigger everybody out there. I didn't become weak. No zombie can say they're strong. Only when they start doing the healing journey, mental health, rehab, what's the terms, sobriety, all that good shit. Now they're becoming stronger type of situation. But here's the kicker. The downfall for them, respectfully, they know personal experience. I comprehend addiction 1,000%, but I have no physical experience at all. I listened to my brother, he tested me. I'm going to say some words to you and tell me what you think about. He'd be like, I love saying this shit. Be like cocaine. Oh, booger sugar. We start laughing about it, right? Like, alcohol. You know, a one beer type of situation. Cool. You know, ice, blue, you know, foils. I'm like, I know they're drugs. You know, I don't comprehend them, but if I'm researching, but I don't care about shit. And ask me the same questions. I love telling that story. And he's like, every time you say that, he'll say, "Oh, partying, kicking it, bitches and bullshit, exes." Yeah, see, I have stories. My mouth waters. That's the tall of zombies. I don't have no personal experience. So to plant a seed, a fear in you can do somebody you want, but here's the kicker: God, universe always test you. The day you go through another breakup, then what? Will your mouth water and go back to what you know? Go get high, get drunk, numb the fuck up so you don't feel his feelings? Go do that. Become a zombie when you sober the fuck up. Back to this avatar, to reality, this matrix. Now what's good? What do you do with your feelings? Are you ready to talk about them now? Then stay a zombie. Go to back what you know. Respectfully, you know? And that's why I build the whole universe in a positive manner. Tell my kids, you want to do drugs? Everyone's future in front of your face. Trust. Everyone's robotic. Either you're a square, you're a circle, or a zombie. That's my categories once again, because that's all I see as beings. That's all I see. I don't care about then they call you out. Your higher source believes not being a zombie, addict, and addiction. You are. Your belief is not stuck in a toxic, love, broken, coded relationship. You are. The question is why and for how much longer? What? I'm not going through. I was past tense. You're going through it. So if you allow me to be part of your real support team, let's figure this out together to get your life back. What? It's your life, not my life back. What? I got my life back 6 years ago. I'm blessed. I want you to become blessed and learn to love you so you can become stronger and wiser for yourself. And when you can't pay it forward, tell stories. You know, that's why I tell people, everyone do a podcast. Tell your